unfortunate, but we won't be knowing what folk be doing.
Being with the right person makes life easier because you're overcoming obstacles together and helping each other through the highs and lows. Even though you'll have good and bad days, everything will feel manageable. However, everything becomes more difficult when you're with the wrong person. They have the power to depress you, cause self-doubt, and cause needless stress in your life. You might even start losing your identity if you're not strong enough, and that can be quite dangerous. I may not choose the same course of action in my case again, but it's always possible. I do my best to stay out of drama, but I can't help but feel horrible about everything. People would be constantly criticizing me and making harsh judgments about me if I were in his position. The unfairness of it all is annoying. I accept the fact that women frequently discuss their faith and how it directs them. That is their individual path. However, I'm constantly being mentioned. It might be difficult to see the end of the tunnel when things go wrong. There are difficulties in any relationship, but they seem less difficult to manage when you're with the right person. As a relationship, you overcome challenges together and become stronger. It makes a big impact when you learn to assist and communicate with one another. You hope for the best when you devote your time and feelings to someone. You want to think they'll be courteous and respectful of you. However, feeling like you're the only one attempting to make things work is draining. You begin to doubt your value and wonder if you're good enough. Your heart and intellect suffer a great deal from that kind of negativity. It's critical to identify toxic relationships. It could be time to take stock of your circumstances if you're experiencing continual tension, anxiety, or unhappiness. I frequently think back on the choices I've made in the past, but I've discovered that surrounding yourself with good people gives you the ability to move forward and helps you find your value. You should be with someone who makes you feel better, not someone who makes you feel worse. Although I don't want to repeat my mistakes, I also think that everyone develops and gains knowledge from their experiences. Even unpleasant experiences can teach us something worthwhile. I am aware that I must maintain my attention on my own journey and avoid becoming sidetracked by the opinions or remarks of others. For me, finding inner tranquility has become really important. Letting go of toxic people is necessary if I wish to surround myself with love and positivity. It's common to worry about other people's opinions, but it's important to keep in mind that they don't define you. Too little time is spent with the wrong person. Everyone deserves to be happy and supported. Instead of someone who makes my life more stressful, I want to find a companion that values and appreciates me. When both partners collaborate to achieve common objectives, a good partnership should feel like a team. I want to spend the rest of my life with someone who encourages me to be my best self and acknowledges my accomplishments. I'm learning to believe in myself and follow my gut. I refuse to settle for anything less because I know that the proper person is out there for me. I'm prepared to welcome both the good and the bad days as I get stronger and more self-assured on this road, knowing that I won't have to face them alone. In actuality, however, people will always gossip. They occasionally display love in inappropriate ways. Consider Papoose, who is renowned for his unflinching poise and ardent devotion to his spouse. Remy also experienced a sense of validation that she wasn't accustomed to when she found out she would be getting $30 million in spousal support.
You know what I'm saying? Yes, I like it too. Very unfortunate, but we won't be knowing what folk be doing behind closed doors. So.
It was too much to process. It wasn't only a surprise. Papoose, who had always been there for her, was speechless at this pivotal point in their relationship. Their path had never been simple. They had to contend with personal struggles, legal troubles, and the extreme pressure of the music business, but they never wavered. Papoose never left Remy's side, not even when she was in jail. His devotion and unshakable belief in her ability, her perseverance, and their future together remained constant. However, with the courtroom almost over, Papoose's emotional attachment to the $30 million prize was perhaps more significant than its monetary value. He reflected on the years they had endured, the sacrifices they had made, and their unshakable trust in each other, even though it was a victory for her. The knowledge hit him suddenly in the quiet of their house, and he began to cry. not with grief or rage, but with relief and pride. Although he had always knew Remy would triumph over any obstacle, it was still overwhelming to see it happen so forcefully. This was more than just a legal battle. It was proof of her fortitude, tenacity, and the love that had kept them going. Papoose paused to consider everything they had endured, realizing that even the strongest people require time to ponder. Although I'm not entirely sure what happened, I can tell you that everyone's reaction was erratic, as like people were moving in all different ways. Papoose had supported her through it all, and he brushed away his tears as he witnessed her achieve this momentous milestone. More than just financial gain, this triumph symbolized all of the hardships they had endured to reach this moment. It demonstrated their strength, love, and closeness, which have enabled them to overcome every challenge together. I believe that being with the right person will make life less difficult. The normal ups and downs of life will still happen to you, but they will feel less overwhelming. Papoose may have cheated on Remy with boxing star Claressa Shields, according to recent reports, which have created a lot of excitement online. You may wish you had never gotten connected with them in the first place if you end up with the wrong person, though, since it can cause chaos. It can destroy you and leave you feeling lost if you are not strong enough. Well-known person Kirk Frost decided to step in and express his opinions. He praised Remy for his poise and defended Papoose by labeling him a hypocrite. Here is a brief summary of the separation for anyone who might have missed the drama as it played out. Kirk went even farther, accusing Remy of manipulating Papoose and labeling her toxic. The relationship between Remy and Papoose has seen many highs and lows. It seems that things have gotten worse lately, even though they were once thought of as a stable couple who were committed to one another. The public has been examining Remy and Papoose's relationship for a while now. They have faced challenges, as do many couples, but it appears that the stress of being in the public eye has exacerbated their issues. Every aspect of a relationship can be examined and assessed when it is performed in public, which can be stressful and confusing. Kirk Frost's involvement in this issue adds to the complexity of the topic. He has expressed his views publicly and seems to strongly favor Papoose. Some people admire Kirk's loyalty to his pal, while some individuals think that getting involved may not be required. The back-and-forth dispute has generated a lot of social media discussions as followers share their opinions about who is right and who is wrong. When people make fast decisions based on what they see online, they often ignore the possibility that they may not have all the facts. Relationships are complex, so it's easy to draw conclusions from incomplete information. It is disheartening to watch Remy and Papoose fans watch their relationship fall apart as the accusations against them and Claressa Shields continue. They were adored by many as a couple that supported one another throughout difficult times. With some followers believing Papoose is at blame and others supporting him, the narrative has gotten even worse as a result of the adultery claims. Social media has been used by people to express their thoughts about the situation, and Remy has been vocal about her own feelings as well. She seems to have been trying to deal with the hurt of the separation and give her side of the story. This emotional upheaval can be debilitating, particularly when everyone is observing your every action in relationships. Trust is essential.
My God. And then it's none of my business, but he talked about cannabis and said, if he went and did this.
When those two elements begin to malfunction, it may lead to misunderstandings and emotional distress. It seems possible that Remy and Papoose have gotten to a point where the harm is too severe to be fixed. Beyond just the two of them, their fans and friends are also affected by the drama that is developing as a result of their breakup. Everyone wants to take sides when they see someone we look up to suffer through such difficult times, but it's crucial to keep in mind that we are only seeing a small part of their lives. Although they can also cause grief, relationships can also provide enjoyment. Getting through this challenging time serves as a reminder that love is complicated and that even the strongest relationships can run into seemingly insurmountable problems. It will be intriguing to watch how this situation develops. Will Remy and Papoose be able to reconcile, or will they keep splitting up? Whether Remy and Papoose end up together or apart, I hope they find serenity in the end. Everyone is currently learning how to handle the consequences of their relationship and other people's perspectives. Although life will move on, they will probably carry the lessons they learned from this experience with them for a very long time. They must put their happiness and well-being first, whether they are together or not, as life is too short to be bogged down in drama and negativity. Rumors surfaced last year that Remy was romantically linked with Papoose's close pal, underground battle rapper Easy the Block Captain. The plot became more complex, and despite Remy's apparent infidelity, she pretended to be innocent before turning the tables and accusing Papoose of cheating as well. Papoose had fallen asleep on the phone with Claressa Shields while at his house, according to a recently disclosed private discussion between the two of them. When Claressa heard Remy's voice, she allegedly hung up. Without wasting any time, Remy said, "You're not the only one who's not known for being brave and outspoken," in reference to Claressa Shields. Remy probably underestimated Claressa since she thought she could easily win this duel. With a strong but subtle retort, Remy said, "Tell your man to buy you some flowers and gifts. I'm not 45 yet, but you're 29, and let's just say you're not aging like fine wine." Honey, the boxing champion swiftly shot back. Claressa suggested that Papoose was with another lady when he didn't answer his phone. Papoose finally spoke up online after months of silence, stating that it was unfortunate to claim that Remy is a narcissist. He said she had cheated on him several times and was now acting like the victim since he had moved on. Papoose disclosed that he had made several divorce requests, but Remy favored using social media to get attention. He claimed that although he had kept silent for the benefit of their daughter, he felt obliged to speak up now that Remy was attempting to harm his reputation. "Last Christmas, I was at home with my daughter, and this is where she was," he said, including a picture of Remy and Easy the Block Captain standing beside a Christmas tree. Following Remy's criticism of Papoose for dating his new girlfriend, Kirk Frost defended Papoose right away and chastised Remy for playing the victim in spite of her own behavior. Support for Papoose erupted on social media as many claimed he wasn't deserving of the controversy. "Now that I've moved on, she's angry and making up lies," Papoose added. "I told her that we could get a divorce like grown-ups, but she won't believe me when I claim that I didn't get this chump out. Who cares? I still had her males pleading with me to fabricate the knockout. He didn't even return a single blow." Insults flew from both sides as the situation worsened. Some people thought Remy was getting less flack for labeling Papoose toxic just because she's a woman when things became worse. Things might be far messier if Papoose had taken Remy's place. Then, without warning, Lil Scrappy interrupted the discussion to share his opinions on the incident. Scrappy, who is known for never holding back, publicly backed Papoose, saying, "You know they love you, bro." There are still plenty of honest women in the world. Once regarded as one of the most solid partnerships in hip-hop, Papoose and Remy Ma's romance was based on loyalty, commitment, and unflinching support. Papoose supported Remy during her incarceration, enabling her to thrive in her music career and demonstrating what it meant to be a devoted husband. But that image was destroyed by recent events. Their split became a spectacle due to accusations of adultery, humiliation in front of the public, and resentment. Rumors that Remy Ma had been seeing Easy the Block Captain while still married to Papoose were the tipping point. The treachery was made even more personal by the fact that Easy was close to Papoose. Papoose first kept quiet, but as the whispers grew more intense, Remy changed the subject and accused him of having an affair with Claressa Shields. Even screenshots of Papoose reportedly dozing off while speaking with Claressa went viral online. When Remy implied that Papoose had cheated on him when they were still living together, things became more heated. The hypocrisy was promptly brought to light by fans, who chastised Papoose for moving on despite Remy's open relationship with another man. Claressa Shields also didn't hold back, retaliating to Remy with a biting remark about her looks and age. Papoose maintained his composure in the face of the mayhem, avoiding the drama until Remy went too far. He finally came out, accusing her of repeatedly cheating and labeling her a narcissist. To add to the uproar, he posted communications that showed Remy pleading with him to fabricate a physical altercation. Kirk Frost persisted in defending Papoose, praising him for being a strong man who had stood by Remy while she was in prison and exposed her deceit. She is attempting to change the facts after he remained faithful and gave her everything. It's insane, Kirk remarked. Supporters swiftly took sides, with many praising Papoose and denouncing Remy for her actions. Discussions over unfair treatment and breakups were triggered by the argument, with some pointing out that Papoose would have received far harsher criticism if he had cheated first. Some thought Remy was getting off too easy because she was the one who was initially accused of adultery. She was living her best life with ease, but now that Papoose has moved on, she's acting jealous. One admirer put it succinctly, she finds it unbearable to watch him happy without her. Whether Remy will ultimately sign the divorce papers is now the key question. Some others speculate that she is delaying signing since doing so would require her to acknowledge her full responsibility for their marriage's breakdown. While Remy seems to be acting out of unresolved feelings, Papoose looks to be managing the situation with grace from the outside. Although each side has a story to tell, prolonging the discussion will only make matters worse. Is there more to the tale than what the media is portraying, or is Remy genuinely concerned about Papoose's new relationship? Once based on love and loyalty, their relationship fell apart due to rumors, trust concerns, and public scrutiny. Despite everything, Papoose attempted to manage the matter in quiet, but the drama ultimately came to the public's attention. Legal experts claim Remy's attorneys presented a compelling case for a sizable financial settlement, claiming she was entitled to $300 million in spousal support. The judge surprised Papoose by ruling in her favor. He was heartbroken, astonished, and devastated, according to friends close to him, not only because of the monetary loss, but also because of the emotional toll and betrayal. Ultimately, Remy and Papoose's story serves as a heartbreaking warning that when trust is betrayed and emotions are running high, even the best relationships can fail.